What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
All good. Hello and welcome in to yet another. It still blows my mind. We've done this 330 times now. Isn't that crazy? This is your show. The only live show that we know of going 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, scheduled viewing and or listening as we continue to move forward with our quest to try to make this world a better place, to try to bring back kindness and empathy and compassion and all the things it really feels like our world is lacking. And so grateful to have you here along with us. My name is Gary. I am your host. And yeah, hope you're having a lovely, incredible Wednesday afternoon. If not, we have the cure for you. I promise you. She's dialed in right now, although she did move a little bit since I last looked. So we got a camera here that's just second to none in the world of cams, including all those ones you shouldn't be watching. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Maggie Cam. Look at that puppy. Hey, you're going to get sneezy. Stop it. Stop it. No. Hey, Marge. No. Yeah, there you go. She gets bad sneezes when she gets licky like that. The Maggie Cam, as always, proudly presented to you by our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. This puppy right here that you're looking at right now, this beautiful, magnificent steed, that's her second home over there. When we walk her through those magical doors, Leroy, their greeting dog, meets Margaret. They're dating, so Leroy picks up her leash and walks her around, and they play and have all the fun, and it's super. Oh, yeah, I know, I said your boyfriend's name. I'm sorry, darling. He's not here right now. I apologize. So her and Leroy hang out while we do the best shopping experience you can ever have inside of a store. Mike and Rochelle, they run the place. They're beautiful. They're amazing. They're fantastic human beings, the exact people we want to support. They are a local business, good people doing great, great things, okay? They take care of you when you walk in there, no matter what it is you need. And trust me when I tell you, they have every single thing that you need. They got the beds. They got the crates. They got the treats on sale on Tuesdays, okay? Buckets full of treats all over the place. Right when you walk in the doors, you see them all just to the left of you. As well, there's a wall full of all the amazing collars and matching leashes, including the buckle-up ones, all right? Then they have all the cartoons and movies and TV shows. It's all there. So you can, fashion up your animal. And then there's toys all over the place. They got toy walls, from tiny little toys to big giant toys and everything in between. They got all the medicines you need. They can license your animal. They can clean your animal with the greatest cleaning station in the world right at the back. Right when you walk in, you look straight down, you'll see it. It's like a spa for your animal. They got the soap, they got the water, they got the dryer. It's there. Right beside that amazing spa is all the fridges in the back. If you want to change your dog's diet or your pet's diet at that to the raw food diet, they got all that for you. Okay? They got a whole row. And Maggie always loves to check out this row. It's probably her favorite one next to, well, I guess the toys and the treats. And, yeah, more toys. Well, the fashion row, I call it. They got all the different outfits for your puppy to try on and do a little photo shoot, just like they used to do in the movies. She goes in the back, put it on, comes out, like, ooh, that's a pretty good one. And then you say no a bunch of times until you find the perfect one. Yeah, you can do that there because they have all of those outfits for you. All right, they got all the dry foods. They got everything you need. And most of all, they got the best service you will ever receive inside of a pet store. And they're open after hours and on weekends, thanks to Kirsten and Chris. So I can honestly tell you, from my heart, from my soul, your day always gets better when you walk in to that building, all right? So go by, say hello, and make your life better and your pet's life better as well. That's at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are and will always be your pet's natural grocer. Well done, Marge. Woo! Coming in hot today. Hope the Wednesday is treating you well as we get set to cross the finish line. We talk about it all the time around here. The reason this live show is so unique is because each day it's a different live show, but it's on at the same time. You know, we got the All Out Angst show on the Tuesdays. We got our Thursdays with CTV's Matt Young. We got the Friday Fun Table. We got Mondays with Brooksy as we get a female show. And we look into everything that comes along with that. And on Wednesdays, we pack up our bags and we make our way all the way around the world for the All the Way Around table. And this one's going to be extra special because it's just me in here today. But everyone sort of said, yeah, maybe I can zoom in for a bit here or there. And I have no idea when or if people will be zooming in. I know one for sure has been confirmed. That would be coach number one, who we check in with from Melbourne. Okay, and LB's working his magic. We were joking around. I said, what's the odds of us doing like a 3-man Zoom? He goes, pretty good. And then I talk again, and then I said, what about a 4-man? Is that going to be too chaotic? And LB, like he always does, says, there's only one way to find out. And that's why we love this place, this beautiful studio so much. We are ready to go. Let's see who we got for the All the Way Around table today. Oh, look at this. We got one. We got two. Dare I say 3 with a beautiful Mr. Baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach 1, Coach 2, and Mr. Baseball, the great Simon Hyatt, coming from what I could only describe as something that could maybe compete with Coach number 1's Al Maisie Fresca he's got out there. This is a beautiful little office that we're looking at. Hello, fellas. Let's all talk over each other and see how it sounds.
Hey guys, how's it going? Let's all talk over each other. Hey, what's going on?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Coach 2, you look like you're at the pearly gates of heaven there. It's beautiful behind you. What's going on?
I was just trying one of those neat backdrops that the Skype offers.
That one didn't really come through. Yours
No.
is a little rough. Coach number 1, how are you doing? Let's hear how you're checking in.
I'm not sure if I'm going to have that same echoey voice as Simon had. He sounded pretty good on his.
You just got to get the phone real close to your face. Just give us that super tight close up.
Yeah. I heard.
No one needs that.
Close up. And that was pretty good. I don't know if this is going to work, you guys. LB's still working on it. I'm going to keep dancing here. Simon, you seem to be the most clear right now.
Seems about right. Feels on brand.
Yeah.
Feels hungry.
You know, this sounds like the old days, Coach number 1, when we used to check in with you, and I would just smile and nod, but it would just keep clipping so much that nothing you would say would come through.
Now,
So
Gary,
we
I'll
really
let you know, I can hear both Coach 1 and Coach 2 well.
And I can hear you now pretty well. This is good.
Okay.
Okay, Coach 2.
It sounds very echoey from Simon. It sounds like he's talking into a microphone. It almost feels like we're at the ballpark.
This is great. I can hear both of you. Coach number 1,
Test 1, test 2, test 3.
I think we got you guys. I think we're doing
There
it.
we go.
This is amazing. Okay. We're into it now. Coach 2 only has a limited amount of time. And I saw on our group chatty chat, that the possibility of talking about collectibles after the amazing appearance from all those wrestlers from the past that we had on last week's show. Did we want to touch on that a little bit, Coach 2, or where do you want to go with this bad boy?
Why are you throwing it at me? I'm just along for the ride today.
I honestly thought you might have had some toys on hand and you were going to be like, oh, you mean like this?
Oh, yeah.
Like you did last show when you went out to your truck.
See, here we go. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Oh, man, that guy went off the cage way too many times. I'm happy yours still has all of his limbs. That's very impressive. Yeah, dog.
Yeah, this is my favorite. This guy sits with me at my desk, actually.
Ricky. Is that Ricky?
That's Ricky.
Ricky.
That's
Ricky
amazing.
the Dragon Steamboat. Yeah, he's a popular one. I think it was Ricky, the Ultimate Warrior. For a time, the British Bulldogs, I'd say. I was a fan
Davey
of
Boy
them.
Smith.
Yeah,
The Bushwhackers, you know what I mean? But
Okay, hold on. Stop right there.
Junkyard Dog.
You guys?
Junkyard Dog, I was a fan. Hercules I was a fan of. I liked
The
I
Bushwhackers.
love Coco Beware as well. Yeah.
Oh, don't make me do all
I
the
like
dances.
very gimmicky. I was a gimmicky guy. But
Well, of course.
the
Is that-
dragon was just straight badass.
Coach number 1, the Bushwhackers from Australia. I believe they were. Are they heroes there like they should be? Yeah, I'm going to look it up. But I guess you just answered the question. They don't really treat them like the heroes that they should be treated as.
Well, and I'm not really across the wrestling world here, down under. I do find it ironic and appropriate that once again Curtis is not here and we're talking wrestling.
I was thinking the same thing. Just do another full hour of wrestling talk without Curtis.
You guys.
Next week when it comes, it's just going to be baseball.
All baseball.
I don't know if you guys heard my opening there, but I will tell you that there is a possibility he could be showing up here too.
Oh,
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I wanted to see if we could do a 4-man Zoom, and it looks like we could. Sorry, the Bushwhackers were from New Zealand. I made the classic mistake that we learned from Flight of the
People
Conchords.
love it when they make that mistake, right?
Yeah, Flight of the Conchords taught us that very, very much.
Yeah.
You'd never call a
Flight of the
Kiwi.
Conchords.
Yeah,
Great reference.
Yeah, those boys were always getting in trouble. They would get very upset when people would call them Australian when they were from New Zealand, and it's a lot of fun. Love that show. So Bushwhackers either way. I guess we can talk some baseball before Curdy maybe possibly joins us because Simon, I saw the Cubbies. What's going on over in Chi-Town? We're at Wrigley Field. I'm really loving your man cave, by the way.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm down in my basement in my house.
Beautiful.
Where I have a lot of memorabilia. This wall over here is dedicated to the 2016 World Series champion Chicago Cubs.
That's so cool.
So on this wall, I have the autograph of every player who was on the World Series roster. There's a bottle of wine I got in Chicago. There's my replica World Series ring. Yeah, lots of good stuff. So yeah, that's what that wall is.
Dude, that is a beautiful wall. Now, let's talk about the team right now.
Let's do it.
How you feeling about your Cubbies? Because we'll get in the Jays in a little bit, but I want to make sure we get the Cubby talk out of the way. That's okay. I didn't want to push that on you, but I feel the same way for you.
The good news is, by the way, I have my TV over here, and I just watched the end of the Jays game, and they did manage to hang on to that one, downing the Rockies 20-1.
Wow.
As far as the Cubs, hey, we got a good win this afternoon. Beat the Reds, avoided getting swept. Interesting fact, both Reds and Cubs, the only two teams in baseball that haven't had a 3-game sweep against them this season. So that was good. It's been, you guys remember what it was like back in April and May and early June when I was all obnoxious and wouldn't hear about it and how the Cubs are the best team ever and they're going to run away with it.
Yep.
You don't need to bring that stuff up.
Of course, we would never.
No. It's been. Here's the thing. The Cubs haven't had like a really bad stretch all season, which is good. But they're now in the middle of a pretty prolonged mid-stretch where they've been kind of mediocre, which has happened to coincide with the Brewers being the actual best team in baseball and just playing out of their minds. So thank God we actually did get a win this afternoon, and we'll be cheering heartily against those Brewers as they get underway in their series against whoever they're playing. I can't actually remember.
That doesn't matter. I just noticed that Coach Kamatu has a lovely background that may or may not be from another show that we have around here, or just a nice couch. It's a frame and a little couch so he can have his little nook as well. That's very cool. You touched on the Jays. Apparently it's tied the franchise record for most runs scored in a 3-game series. I think it was 53, 52, or 53. Boy, oh boy, you want to talk about just what the doctor ordered. This seems like their moment where they go from cruise control into, all right, we're about to make a playoff run. Let's get everyone together. Starting with you, Coach number 1, how you feeling about the Jays? Woo!
I just had a look, 20-1 victory today. What's it, 55 runs in the last 3 games?
There you go.
I'm just going to read out the box score here.
Love it.
From today, a few notables. Schneider had an okay day. He went 3 for 7, 4 RBIs. Not bad for a leadoff. Clement, sometimes I forget this guy's first name, but he went 4 for 7.
Big earn.
Ernie.
Big earn.
Runs. I know.
Yeah.
Vladdy, the $500 million man, 4 for 7. 4 runs, 2 RBIs. And Bo, a little bit off today, 2 for 6, but 4 ribbies. Ty France, 4 hits, 4 for 4.
There he is.
Like you just keep going down. Even what's this new Kennedy? What's his first name? Butch? No. They just acquired somebody in the last little while, took them off the waivers.
I hope it's Butch. We could use a Butch in there, I think. That'd be pretty good.
Well, let's just go with Butch Kennedy. Anyways,
Nice.
He went 0 for 2, and then Barger came in, went 2 for 2 with 3 ribbies. So 24 hits. I was really happy with is the Jays went on a little bit of a cold streak. They weren't quite as hot. And then we come against Colorado, and we should smash the Rockies, and we did more than that. So just, again, reinforces we're legit. What I'm curious, I'm going to throw this out to Simon. We've got to find out what is a Blue Jays / Cubs World Series. I almost said grand final there. What is a Cubs Jays World Series paying, and how can we jump on it? Because that's a reality. This is not far from what could be happening.
Yeah, it's that could definitely be happening. It's great. My brother is actually a big Yankees fan, but I still love him. And like a month or so ago, we were talking about, hey, if it's a Cubs-Yankees World Series, we're gonna go to it, right? Hey, Maggie's there. Hey, Maggie, good to see you.
She's chilling. Don't worry about her.
Nice. If it's Cubs and Jays, oh man, that would be something. I think, and I apologize, I've now gotten into the history of the point in this show where I'm probably going to start repeating stories, but there was a real possibility in 2016 that it was going to be the Cubs and Jays in the World Series, and the Jays unfortunately lost to Cleveland, who then lost to the Chicago Cubs
We remember,
in the 2016 World Series.
Yes.
If 2016 Cubs won the World Series, that was anyhow. I had tickets to go to the World Series in Toronto if it was going to happen for games 6 and 7, and so you can bet your bottom dollar that I will once again be trying a similar thing if it's Cubs and Jays this year.
Very interesting. I do want to throw this one out there now. As I am looking at odds here, just to give us a little idea. Over on Bodog, they are saying a possible. I just went past it. A possible Jays to beat the. Where was it? Toronto Blue Jays to beat the New York Mets is paying 50-1. Jays to beat the Phillies is also paying 50-1. I'm going to keep scrolling here. Coach Kamatu, heading back to you, I want to know, is this more of a statement for the Jays, or is this just an example of how incredibly bad the Rockies are looking, as the days of Larry Walker and Dante Bichette and all those big boys seem very far away?
Well, there's a lot of cool things with this series. I just heard in passing, so this may be fake news, but it doesn't matter really. I believe Dante Bichette was the last one to hit, maybe Simon heard this as well, but the last one to hit 2 home runs in a game in Coors, which doesn't seem right because I swear there's been 3-4 home run games, but maybe 2 home runs and 6 RBIs or something like that. It was Dante did it, and then Bo just did it, which was pretty crazy. Like the last 2 to do it, his father, son. I love those quirky things where it's just like, how in the world does that line up? You know what I mean? And I guess if you look at enough stats, you can be like, oh, the last one to do this, Vladdy Sr. and then Vladdy Jr. did that. I love that sort of stuff. It's the Rockies. They have good players. They're just not collectively good. You know what I mean? They have a few decent players that maybe some building blocks, but they're pretty much a minor league ball team at this point. So it's like I thought the White Sox were bad last year. The Rockies are quite awful. So I don't think you can take this. I think you got to take it with a grain of salt. But good teams win, like winners win. So if you're a good team, you have to go do this against the Rockies. You can't go in and not do it. So it's they did it. So that legitimizes the Jays a little bit. They did come off of losing 3 games to Baltimore, which hurts. And then they lose a series against Royals that also hurts, because those are teams that when you look at the schedule and everything they did on that streak they had, those wouldn't be teams you'd think they'd lose to.
Simon.
but it's a good. They responded well. What's Simon doing?
It's a beautiful kitty. That's the kitty he's always talking about.
My cat Wrigley.
Wrigley.
I think.
Yeah.
How did you set up the acoustics in your basement, Simon? Because did you do that microphone echo on purpose, or is that
just my natural voice? It's just what happens.
Nice.
It is. There's the echo.
The
It is.
Oh, it's coming through clear on the feed, you guys. It's just the volume. Oh no!
No. I think it's Gary.
It's because of the mix, the way we're mixing everyone together, we're getting that echo. So that's on us.
LB needs to get a little bit more romance in his life. You guys have to understand.
I think he has quite a bit, actually, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Right
as you could hear him laughing. Oh, more jerseys.
Who's number 23?
I'm just saying, quit worrying about it. Simon, his brand is an echo, so
okay.
There's no big deal.
That's a very, very good-looking cat right there. Guys, I got a couple things for us here. 18 years old?
Yep.
Oh.
Didn't look a year past 7.
I was going to say.
That's an old pussycat, isn't it?
That's it. And again, with a name like Wrigley, that's, wow, that should be you should put him in competitions. But looking back at those odds, the Dodgers to beat the Jays in the World Series is paying 12-1. So not very, like when you think about all things that have to happen, that's not a very impressive payout. The Jays to beat the Dodgers, which gives you a good idea of where they stand in Vegas, 25-1. And as we keep going down, they got the Cubs to beat the Tigers paying 40-1. That's pretty good. Philly to beat the Jays 40-1. The Mets to beat Toronto 42-1. The Cubs to beat the Yankees 45-1. And the Jays to beat the Mets at 50-1. So, like when you first said that, I was saying, oh man, I could do a nice little budget bet like I love to do and put like $5 or $10 and make like a huge amount, but it's not as impressive as I thought it was, which says, Vegas believes in Toronto as much as we all do right now, I think.
But is there no Jays-Cubs combination?
I'm sure there is. There's they have all of them in there, and they don't have them in order, so you can't search it the right way. So, yeah, that's the internet's fault.
Bet 365. I know we're not supposed to advertise for anybody, but
that's okay.
That's usually where I do my stuff, and they have kind of a win or show type thing. So you could select the Cubs and the Jays, and then you have them both to win the World Series. But then you click the little to finish second as an option, like 1 or 2, and then if you click that, it doubles your bet. But then if they don't win the World Series, if either doesn't and they finish second, then you get like a quarter of the money or something like that.
This reminds me of all the different times, Coach Kama, too, that I've screwed you out of that early payout. You're always asking me, should I just ride it? Or no? And I'm always telling you to ride it, and you always lose. And I apologize for that. And I feel really bad because you've had a lot of hot parlays that I've just stomped out in the middle of your glory, and I feel bad. But you got to chase those odds, man. We're budget gamblers. We don't got big cake to throw on the easy ones,
I chase percentages, Gary. That's where you don't understand. It's just like, oh, it's only $20. So I'm like, yeah, but I only bet $1. Yeah. So it's just like, this is a huge thing, but that's fine. You can screw me over all you want.
You're so kind. The All the Way Around table continuing here on a Wednesday on your show, hanging out with Mr. Baseball down in the, I guess if you're looking at the screen, that would be the bottom right. Top right, we got Coach number 1 all the way from Melbourne, Australia, and we got Coach Kama 2 hanging out and doing a little round table, maybe an appearance from the Kingslayer himself, Avatar Anderson. What's the temperature today out in Australia, Coach number 1? What are we looking at? You look cozy.
Yeah, it was a little fresh this morning. It was about 8 degrees. Yesterday, going to the gym early in the morning, we were around 13 or 14. So spring is on its way, thankfully, because the winter here has been long. Getting a little tired of it.
Yeah, I'm sure it must have been horrible in those plus temperatures, really getting you.
There's no such thing as minus here.
See, that's the thing. Have you had any sightings of crazy spiders or snakes or anything like that lately? Are you doing pretty good?
No, we're doing all right, but we did. It's been a few weeks since I've been here, and I think last time I was talking about how the ball club, we were 0-12.
Yes.
We had not won a game.
That torpedo bat wasn't paying off.
Well, Anyways, we're 2-3 in the last 3. So we played the team that was 12-0, and we were 0-12, and we knocked them off, and we backed it up with another win. And then the club just celebrated its 70th anniversary on the weekend. So we had a big dinner at a local hall. We had about 125 people show up. People from ages, I think the youngest was 13, and the oldest person there would have been in their 80s. So it was a great way to celebrate the history of the club and kind of bring the old and the new together and have a little bit of a nice soiree.
Wow, that's very, very, very cool. I just thinking about that. Like, did the stories that get shared, like, is the 80-year-old guy like, oh man, you guys don't even know how to play baseball? You know, back in my day, we'd beam guys in the head if they looked the wrong way. Like, you get any of that stuff going on?
Well, not quite like that, but our club was the first club to play in the league. There was only 2 teams, so they played each other every weekend.
Ooh, rivalry.
Until eventually every other the league started to form. And it reminded me back in the Saskatoon Men's League or the Senior League, there was only 3 teams for one season. And everybody thought, oh, that's terrible. And you played everybody, I don't know, 7 or 12 times. But the league had been that small. But imagine a league with only 2 teams. But that's how it started in 1955. And now there's, I would say 8, 9, 10 different leagues, like in terms of divisions.
Yeah.
But pretty interesting to be one of the first clubs to be part of that. We're also the first club in this area to have a women's team.
Nice.
So we're pretty proud of that as a club, even though on field it's not our proudest moment, but it's just part of how it goes sometimes.
That's it. And speaking of proud moments, I think it's time that we jump right into this with Mr. Baseball here and ready. The Saskatoon Berries making history, rolling into the playoffs. How is Berrytown, my friend? How's everyone feeling?
I feel like everyone's got, got the Berries fever.
Yeah.
There's palpable excitement in the air. Game 1 gets underway tonight at 7 o'clock as the Berries take on the Moose Jaw Miller Express. And you know who's not going to be there?
Mr. Baseball. How do you have? Hold on.
I'm calling the Rattlers tonight.
I was
so I'm
going
to miss it, unfortunately.
How the heck can you have a Berries game without the voice of the PA? Again, shout out to this guy. But the voice in stadium of your Berries. Like, if they lose tonight, dude, you know you can never miss another game, right?
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, luckily, I've got a more than capable replacement, a gentleman I'm guessing you're familiar with, Mr. Jeff Hayes, stepping in and rocking the mic, hitting the 1s and 2s tonight for the Berries. So he came and hung out with me on Monday, and I showed him the ropes. And for those who don't know, he's the guy who's the public address announcer for the Blades.
How many years?
He's done that for 700 years.
I was going to say, he was my voice of the Blades, like, in-house, that I remember. Like, I don't remember anyone else on the PA system at Sass Place or SaskTel Center ever. My entire life, 43 years. So it has to be at least then, right?
Yeah, he's been doing it forever. So he'll do a great job. He's got a great voice. He knows baseball. They're in very good hands. And while I'm sad to be missing that game, very happy to be. It's because I'm going to be at a Rattlers game. So that's always good times.
That's very cool. I instantly flashed back the second you said that name to my just grotesque run as the PA announcer for the Rush for that one little year, and I used, like, Jeff and I would share the same computer with all the info and stuff, so I'd always see the name. Still can't put a face to it. Never got to meet him. Never got to get to know him in any way. And all I know is just the legend, and I have his voice whenever I think about any Blade over all the hundreds and hundreds of games I've been to over my whole life. And I can't put a face to it. How sad is that?
He's a great guy. I hope you get to meet him someday. And I'm guessing that's also the laptop that I use for the Berries.
So it's still... Hold on, I can tell you real quick. Does it drop out of nowhere all the time, and then you lose your internet feed, and then you lose all of your stuff coming in, and then you have to dance a lot?
Oh, maybe they updated it. Oh. I was just guessing because the password that you have to... I won't give away the password.
Of course, yes.
The password you have to use to get into it is Blades related, so...
Probably is. Maybe they upgraded it. That could be a thing.
It's Wendell Clark. I'm just kidding. It's not Wendell.
Start trying now.
Password.
Okay, Barry's getting set to go. Let's dig into this a little bit as we got some very smart baseball minds here. What's the idea as far as a mindset goes for a team that just made history, a team that you could say hasn't played, lose and you're out baseball, what feels like a long time. Is there anything that you would be worrying about if you were, rolling in there as a record-setting team?
I mean, I think the big thing is you got to forget about what happened in the regular season.
That's what
because it doesn't
yes.
it doesn't matter now. This is a new season. This is the postseason. It's awesome that they had such a great season. It's awesome they set the all-time record for wins in the WCBL on a walk-off grand slam home run, which is one of the greatest moments ever. Yeah, I think, and I'm sure this is what Joe is saying to the guys, and what the guys already know is none of it matters.
Right.
If we don't win the title, it does not matter. So we start off game one of the new season is tonight.
That's it.
I got a question there, Simon.
Hit me.
Who are they retaining? Like, are they losing any players to the college season in the next 2 weeks?
That's a very good question. I haven't heard anything about any guys going away yet. We are definitely heading into this time, and I was actually lucky enough to be on another show yesterday with Ryan Flaherty, who hosts Good Sports, and we were talking about this, and he brought up a good point that, as a couple of you at least may know, there's a decent amount of rain in the forecast in the next few days. So if the schedule gets messed up, there might be concern that some players may have to leave because college is starting, and these guys by and large all play in the States and have to get down there. And so I can tell you to a man, none of them want to leave. It's possible some of them might have to, but in terms of specifics, who they might lose and how that might come about, I haven't heard anything specifically about that.
That's a great point.
Well, what was the deal? They picked up a couple SAS 5 Marlins, and so I'm in the SAS 5 zone, and they picked up a couple 18-year-old kids to finish out the year. What was that about? Do you know about Hosegood? And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What an amazing name for a pitcher, by the way. Hosegood. They a bunch of the guys, they call them APs, which I think stands for associate players. So they're sort of on the roster. They're listed on the roster sheet. Because once Monday's game rolled around, because they played a Monday afternoon game because of the holiday, at that point, I mean, they had long clinched first place in the Eastern Division. And the only thing that they were really playing for over the last several games was trying to get to that record, trying to get to the most wins. And they got that on Sunday. So on Monday, it was, we're going to let all these guys play. So I think in the starting lineup, there were 4 Saskatoon guys, probably 5 if you count Corey Waters, who's in the lineup every day for the Berries. So it was great to see those guys. And, it was fun to watch them. It's always interesting, learning new pronunciations after seeing the whole the same regular guys by and large game in and game out. But it was great. They came up with the win again on Monday to get their 46th win of the season, which will make it that much tougher for the record to get broken. But they brought in that's my long-winded way of saying they brought in a bunch of guys to play just to give them a chance, because they've been sort of a part of the team all the way, and it's nice that they actually get to play a game in the regular season.
I have one thing to say about the whole breaking the record and, doing what this Berries team did. As a Bruins fan, it sits there in the back of my brain, and it will never, ever leave. Winning the President's Trophy, setting the record for the most points in the history of an NHL hockey season, rolling in with the highest of hopes, and being booted in the first round. That literally put an end to the Bruins dynasty that was brewing, if you want to use a really bad pun. And I've seen it. I'm living in it right now in the Bruins family. Anytime something like this comes up, instead of celebrating and saying, oh my goodness, so proud of these Berries, you say, well, you know what? It doesn't mean crap. That's what has been said by my entire family as Bruins fans. The mental state that you say, that the mental strength that it takes to overcome what you just did and restart and roll in to a playoff series. It's a perfect example of how that can go south. Does anyone have any words of encouragement for fellow Bruins fans who feel like nothing means anything and everything sucks when it comes to breaking records in the regular season?
Well, one thing I'll say, sorry, go ahead.
All right. I was just going to say, no, there's never any words of encouragement for the Bruins, because the Bruins suck and they always will. So let's just...
Spoken like a true Habs fan. Yes, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But like, going back on what Simon was saying is how does Joe approach it? So you go in, hey, that means nothing, or do you go in and go, boys, do nothing different? We've come out, I don't know, 80% of the time we've come out with our best foot forward. We've proven that if we're down, we can come back and win. Don't change a thing. It like you can go either way. I don't know which one works better. And also, do you go, hey, we've been the best team. Walk on the field, play like we're the best team. There's no reason not to. So there's kind of you can play that both either games. I'm not sure which one works depending on the players. Or I think what I would be concerned with, there's two things. If I'm the Bears, is one, whoever they're playing, they have nothing to lose because they're expected to go down. They're playing the very best team by far. And second, this is probably the biggest concern. If Simon's not there, what impact is that going to have on the team? Because if they lose, we will know why.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've got a little bit
That's some
worried
pressure.
about.
7 losses. 7 losses, right? And you were there for how many?
7-1. Sorry, what's that?
How many losses were you there for this year?
I believe they had 3 home losses, so that's what I would have been there for. So I believe they went 20 math. They had 3 losses at home this year, and I was there for those.
And you weren't feeling good those days, were you?
Well, I thought there was maybe something up. I thought maybe had a little bit of tummy trouble, but you know, it's the one of the great things.
You weren't feeling very good.
Exactly. One of the great things I will say about the Cubs when they won the 2016 World Series, I don't know if I've mentioned that. And how significant that was is that this is a team that for years, decades, 108 years between World Series wins, people talked about them being cursed and being jinxed and having this horrible luck. One of the best things that came out of the Cubs winning the 2016 World Series, I no longer believe in jinxes. It's not a thing. I don't care. You're going to win, you're going to lose. It's determined by how well you play, how well you're coached. It has nothing to do with whether or not your public address announcer is there. Although I do know fellas really like playing Simon Says dugout. So, but I think Jeff is actually going to try and play Simon Says tonight, is what I've heard.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Coach Kamatu, you're a coach,
Yes, sir.
hence the name. What would you be saying to your guys if your team just set a record and you're rolling into a playoff Series 1, Game 1 situation?
I'd be along the same lines as what AJ said, but I'd be saying it all year. I mean, if you're on a hot streak, the last thing you want to do is talk about the hot streak. You just want to keep doing the same thing you're doing. So take each game one day at a time. I think these collegiate summer leagues are a little bit easier to send that message to, because it is just another game. You know what I mean? Like, the reality is everyone knows that they want to win. You're a competitor, you're on a team, you want to win with that team. But it's obvious that they could lose some players at any time, just like Simon said. If there's any delays in the season, they're not going to delay going to their other commitments, which is their colleges where it's not just filler. That's their real commitment. So I think it's an easy sell. You just set your lineup, you take it just like a normal day, and you go out and try and win a baseball game. Win each inning. I had a saying that I did with a buddy called From Elite Play, and I borrowed it in a phrase. I can't remember where I got it from, but it was called, in that phrase they said, players have to compete every pitch. So we made that as a motto for SAS 5 apparel one year. Not the official apparel, just the stuff we made, but it was just compete every pitch. So you just go out there and compete absolutely every pitch, and you'll win a ball game.
We got
What's
the
going on?
Joe Madden fan club.
Joe Madden,
gathering
respect
together.
90.
This is what you would. There's the message you could give to the team.
There
Try
it
not to
is.
suck.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
That's our guy. This is the all the way around table on the Wednesday edition of your show, hanging out with Coach Kamatu, Coach number 1, and Mr. Baseball himself, the great Simon Hyatt. Talking berries, we're talking Blue Jays, we're talking curses. apparently as well. What was it? The Curse of the Billy Goat? Which one was the one in Chicago there?
Yeah, Billy Goat.
What was the story with that? Run us through again, if you don't mind.
Sure. So the story was that across the street from Wrigley Field, there was a bar called the Billy Goat Tavern. And often the owner of said tavern would bring the bar's mascot, with an actual goat, to the game. And it was when the Cubs got to the World Series in, must have been maybe 45, or maybe it was the Babe Ruth called shot year. I can't remember exactly.
1945.
Was it 45? Okay.
Yeah.
That was the last time they were in the World Series, by the way, before 2016. They denied him and his goat entry. And so he put a curse on the Cubs, supposedly saying, "You're never going to win until," because he wouldn't allow the goat into the bar.
So where would you rank that as far as curses in sports? I'm trying to think of some right now, but that one sort of feels like, I guess just because of the length of the curse, seems like probably the best. Are there any other ones out there that might rival that in any way?
I mean, there's the curse of the Bambino, when the Red Sox sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees and then didn't win for nearly 100 years. I mean, the other thing you can look at is both the Red Sox and the Cubs for much of the 20th century were more than anything cursed by bad ownership.
Yeah. That's very good.
You know?
I remember too, man, you talk about that Red Sox team. I was at the old Emerald Casino, I believe it was called, in Prairie Land there, and we were losing some money and looking up, and they had the game on, and it's one of those like magical, I call them DeLorean moments, where you instantly are taken back to Big Papi doing his thing, and an entire casino losing their shit over what just happened. And with two teams, like the Sox and the Yankees, was that the only time anyone's ever come back down 3-0 in a playoff series?
Yes, remember? The only time in baseball.
Yeah. And it was just, and to do it against the evil empire and to have that storyline going on, I think you're right. If it wasn't for the extra amount of years, that one might even be right there as well as far as curses go. But at the same time, is there any sort of curses? Like, what do we know about the opposing team for the Berries going into this series?
So they're playing the Moose Jaw Miller Express, and they really took care of business against them this year. They went, the Berries went 7-1 against Moose Jaw, and pretty much dominated them in every game, other than obviously the one they lost. So Moose Jaw is like the Berries. They have better hitting than their pitching, but the Berries would seem, based on regular season results, to have significantly better hitting overall and better pitching. But it's a 3-game series, and weird things can happen.
Anything can happen.
Oh, yeah. Boy. See, I feel like the more we talk about it, and this, again, my B must be showing, because I'm just scared to say anything about what's happened this year with the Berries, because it's been a dream.
It is, yeah.
To be able to do something like that in your second year, and make no mistake, like, I feel like it sort of gets lost a little bit. They were pretty darn good last year too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they came within one game of making it to the championship series last year and just lost out. So, I believe it was actually Moose Jaw that beat them in that series.
Don't say that. Don't
say that. Jeez. Here we go. We're starting our own curse.
We're manifesting it.
Curse.
We don't believe in curses. Curses aren't a thing.
Simon.
Yes, sir.
Can you just share a little bit, because I've been following the team on social media, and obviously the team is winning, but from what I can tell, and it's either great photography or it's legit, but the game experience, the crowds, like the support they're getting from the community, just seems like it's just getting stronger and stronger. What's the support been like? Because we'll go back to the Yellow Jackets. That was the biggest struggle, and it's a completely different game. Obviously, you got an ownership group, and you've got a lot of resources behind it. But what's it like from the community in Saskatoon getting behind the team?
I mean, the support has been just phenomenal, and it's a great question, because for people who haven't been able to get out there to the next gen patch, it's such a great game day experience. And you're right. I mean, I loved the Yellow Jackets when they were here because I'm a baseball guy, and I also did some work for them but it is just a completely different story. You know, so much more in the way of resources. Things really worked out. I mean, I don't know when the last time you were at Cairns Field, Coach Kama won, but it's completely different there. They completely revamped it as a part of the whole Gordie Howe sports facility campaign, which was like a $500 million campaign or something, and the whole area looks incredible. And so it's, you know, it's the park is still used for other teams, obviously, but it feels like the Barry's home. They've made it much more intimate. They got rid of like the giant concrete shell that used to be surrounding the whole thing, and they've got in bleachers, and they've got like really nice seating right behind home plate, and they've got like a private box that you know, for sponsors or for people who want to buy it out. It's the atmosphere is incredible. You know, it's so much fun, and I think they've done a really good job from top to bottom. And they're not the only ones in the league. I mean, you look at what Sylvan Lake has done. Other teams, this league is doing really impressive things. It's getting well supported, I think, kind of across the board. So it's been a lot of fun to be a part of. And it's not just because the Berries are winning this year. I mean, it was like this last year too, when they were good last year and made a nice playoff run. But it's been supported really well by the community.
I would say Okotoks probably has the nicest setup in the league.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like it is, that feels like a legit minor league ballpark. I would say that for all the good, and I'm just a realist here, all the good that the Berries have done, I like to throw shade every once in a while. They haven't done everything that they could have done. You know what I mean? Like they painted the dugouts purple, right? Beautiful. And they've done a beautiful job, but they didn't paint the top of the dugouts where Barry's dancing or where the girls are throwing. Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, he's there. He's there. He's good. Yeah.
Oh, he's sharing a screen.
Look at that.
I was checking out Okotoks, and I thought I'd share that with all our viewers.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh, look at this. Now we're full.
Well, so, I mean, Simon, if you have any pull,
there you go.
We got to put maybe some mats on top of the dugout, like some rubber mats, like some knee savers just for the Barry boys and the Barry girls when they're throwing out merch.
The Berry Bunch,
and maybe like just paint it purple. Like you went so far, I wonder, did they run out of paint? I don't have any money to donate ever, but I think I could come up with $112 to paint the tops of the dugouts. I'm just saying.
I'm going to make them that offer. I'm sure I will see Steve Hildebrandt within the next few days. And
he's a great guy, by the way.
Your number.
Yeah. And, he's got my number.
Okay, I'll just tell him to get. He's ready to come in and paint those dugouts.
I mean, I can. You know what? It would be like paying it back because he's done great things with the donation of T-shirts for all the Rally Cap age
He's
kids
a really good dude.
And SAS 5, and he made sure to include us when they're doing that promotion. And we have 14 junior Rally Cap teams and 9 senior Rally Cap teams. It's ridiculous the amount of kids that play ball at the ages of 5 to 8 in Warman, Martinsville area. And he was, I think when he first called, he's just like, oh, it's another zone. So what do you need? Another 30 T-shirts. I was like, no, we need 150 for these kids and 120 for this age group. And he's just like, yeah, we can do that. No problem. Like I assume he hesitated, but yeah, they've been great. So
awesome. I'm glad to hear it, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here's something to consider. So Coach Kama too, you've got this idea that next gen patch could be upgraded a little bit with maybe just a little bit of investment. So I found the odds for a Jays Cubs World Series.
Here we go.
So I found Jays to beat the Cubs is paying 101.
That's more
Sucker's
like
bet.
Yeah.
Right. Cubs
bet.
to beat the Jays. 61.
All right.
Yeah. So that we can see.
I kind of feel if we hedge our bets and go either one.
Yeah.
With our winnings, maybe we buy those purple, whatever you were suggesting there, Coach Kama 2, just to give back and just make that field even more fan friendly.
Well, if we want to go work related, there's something called Alsan RS or Sopa Floor that my company can provide, or I can get you in touch with the great people of Suprema, and they can actually put purple tint in it, and that will last forever. That'll last longer than the stadium itself. That would be amazing, but that would probably cost a few $1,000s. So let's just go with the paint.
Well said.
Deal.
I will tell you
I have
guys.
zero authority. I can make nothing happen, but I think it's a great idea.
Hilty was one of the best dudes, like as far as a guy who really struggled with a new position. He was always the most positive guy. Let me know, hey, Gary, you're doing great. He was so awesome. So anytime we can rally around Hilty in any way, I am all about it, as he is a great dude. And another thing I thought of was when you're talking about the upgrades to that whole area being $500 million, that's one Vladdy Guerrero, which leads me to my final take here. Ooh. Before we roll out, we're going to do some sponsor stuff real quick, but I just want to start the train on the Bo Bichette appreciation, whatever you want, extravaganza, because once again, we sit in a world where the guy has more hits than anyone else in baseball, where the guy's putting up RBIs, the guy's out there playing defense, and I feel like as a fan of baseball, everybody outside of Canada does not know that Bo Bichette exists, and it's driving me nuts. I just want to hear you guys say something nice about my guy Bo, because I'm so sick of him being treated like a lesser than Bo Bichette type of person. The guy's doing everything above and beyond, and it still feels like no one gives a shit. Someone please tell me I'm not crazy for saying Bo Bichette is putting together one hell of a season here.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I mean, I'll tell you, the people who aren't overlooking Bo Bichette and what he can do is the fantasy baseball community, because yes. I know heading into this season, I planned on getting him on every team I possibly could, and I don't think I got a share of him because he was getting snapped up left and right. Like, people who know baseball, they know Bo Bichette.
That's it. I feel like that's it. Like, he leads the league in hits by like 22 or something. It's crazy, and he's also leading in plate appearances, so he won't get like his batting average sitting around 300, but the guy is just continually contributing to a team that is doing something nobody expected, and all anyone talks about is like Vladdy. It's Vladdy this, Vladdy that, and it's like, yeah, okay, Vladdy's pretty good. I understand. He's worth an entire upgrade of a huge facility in Saskatoon in a huge area, but at the same time, you got a guy here doing something that he has continually done and never got credit for, and that's just mashing the ball. He keeps touching green, and I feel like I'm going crazy. Coach Kamatu, any thoughts on Bo Bichette?
Well, he needs a contract. So do the Jays sign him? What's his value? So that's always a scary thing. And you know what? Maybe it's not a scary thing. Maybe this is a hat tip to the management group with the Jays for once, and they for as much as they look for bargains or second chance players, like players that are coming off injury or coming off a low part of their year, or they've slumped and they're coming out of the KBO or they're coming out of the Japanese league, and they look for these bargains to begin with. It's like they give guys second chances to prove themselves, and they've done that with lefty pitchers for like Jay Happ, with Kikuchi, with Lauer. Now with the amount of times they give people second chances, they also let their stars prove their worth, and they don't seem to. And if I don't know, maybe it was fluke that Vladdy signs for $500 million. Maybe it was terrible management, because they maybe could have signed him for $400 last year, right? Or $380 2 years ago, and just got it out of the way with. But they seem to be able to let guys prove their worth, and Bichette's done that. So it's like, is that going to cost them more money? Yes. Does Rogers have it? Also, probably yes. So what difference does it make? So, yeah, like we were saying in a different show, that Bichette, before the season started, before performing, you're probably going to have to pay him like a top 6 to 8 shortstop in the league. But now that might be a top 4 guy. So it's like, is he knocking down $260 million for a 10-year contract, or 350 or 300. Who knows? I don't know what they're going to have to do. It doesn't matter, but they're going to have to pay the guy. The Jays collectively need more recognition, and they need to maybe stop talking about Vladdy so much. But maybe that's why you also pay a guy $500 million, is he takes all the media.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take all this. I don't even speak the language very well, so I'll take $500 million to just sit in front of a camera and not understand anything that anyone's talking to me about. And then everyone else can just go do their thing. They can just go to work. You know what I mean? Good managers do that. Good stars do that. They take the brunt of the load, even if they don't provide all the bang, you know?
That's a great point, and I will agree with you because, for a guy who needs a translator, he sure talks a lot on the field to a lot of non-Spanish speaking guys, doesn't he? Kind of funny.
He does.
Yes.
It's
Coach number one. Coach number one, your thoughts on Bo Bichette real quick before we give some shout-outs here.
Bo Bichette, I think they're projecting his contract 7-year deal, if he had an average year, to be around 140, and if he had a good year, around that 200 mil mark. I'd love it to be as simple as what Coach Comatu said. Rogers got the money, just pay him. Yeah. Him and Vladdy have talked about they want to play their careers their whole careers together. Would Bo take a little bit of a hit to make that happen and see his buddy make 500 mil or whatever that is per season? But I hope the Jays can sign him. And if we win, I think there'll be even more pressure to do that. But he's definitely showed he's come back after the injury plague year last year, and then he's come out real strong. Vladdy seems to be a lot of pressure or a lot of talk. Is he earning his 500 mil? I think people forget that when we signed him, we couldn't sign this player. We couldn't sign this player. Then there was going to be chaos if we didn't sign him. So I think Vladdy is doing fine this year. Is he the $500 million man? Not yet, but he doesn't need to be right now.
Yeah.
The team is winning. That's all we should care about.
I'm with you, buddy. Hey, real quick, pop-up K9 Massage Day going on at Bridge City Vet. That's 402 47th Street East. That is on August 13th from 8:30 to 5 o'clock. My friend Kendall is going to stop by right away here and give Maggie her realignment and massage, as it's a great way to help extend the quality of life for your animals. You can register in advance. Just send an email to A Touch of Positivity. That's PAWS-ivity. Nailed it, at gmail.com. As well, our friends over at Super Skills Hockey. They're crushing it out at the new Martinsville Rec Center, and it's very cool. They got the setup right above, there's Wrigley, right above the rink, state-of-the-art facility, everything you need. They have coaches coming in and out. They got pros all over the place. It's an amazing, incredible establishment, really good people doing great things. Head to superskillshockey.ca. You can also check them out on all the social medias. And do not forget, if you're getting hungry, Bugsy's right there, the 69 Wing Crew. You can join it. Head either to Markham Mall or Lawson Heights location. Pick up your passport and then start ordering those wings. Every Tuesday and Thursday, it's wing night, so you get them over half price off. Once you get all 69 of these bad boys stamped, including the cinnamon bun, the sweet escape, and so much more. We had the vampire killer and the smoked candy this past week on the 13th Melon. Incredible. Once you get the passport stamped, then you have this to show off. I did the 69 at Bugsy's. Right there, so all the love and support to our friends Brad and Jen and their amazing teams over at Smitty's and Bugsy's. LB, let's wake Frankie up and let's make our way out of here. Looks like Wrigley is that. I can't get over. You've talked a lot about that cat, that beautiful, amazing cat of yours, Simon, and I had no idea. I'm so happy we finally got to see the majesticness, because I see why you're such a proud cat dad right there.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
And I didn't work today because I had to get after about this up. Do the world.
I totally agree. I realize with Frankie's fingers running, the mix is not going to be good. So to all three of you guys, I want to thank you so much. Coach Comatu, I know you're a busy guy. Thank you for getting on here and contributing heavily like you always do. We love and appreciate you so much. Coach number one, all the way on the other side of the world, I'm so sad. So sad that you're struggling with that +8 degree springtime that you're going through. I hope it finally heats up for you and you can get back into those slim fitting outfits we love to see you wear all the time on these amazing, incredible shows that we have with you. And to Simon and Wrigley, boy, oh boy, that's a beautiful team right there. I really love you guys, and enjoy the baseball. Go Jays, go Berries, go. And boy, oh boy, I sure hope there was no cursing done today as we look back on the curse of the Bambino, the curse of the Billy Goat, I feel like just talking about
They
those
don't
things.
exist.
What's that?
They're not real.
That's right.
Don't believe them.
I'm so happy you're
That
here to
looks-
remind us because
That
yeah,
looked like the Blair Witch Project.
so
Now that's real.
there it is. I know. Anytime I see someone staring at a wall, I literally poop my pants. I can't handle it. So let's make sure nobody stares at any walls over the next at least month or so as we get set for playoffs. Playoffs. Very excited for that. Jay's in the run. I'm telling you guys, it's never been a better time to be a fan of sports in this beautiful province. As the Riders sit in first place, the Jays sitting in first place in the AL, and then you got the Berries, first place record setting. Go sports, go. I'm so proud and happy to be a Saskatoonian, a Saskatchewanian, and I just can't wait to see how this all turns out. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of your show. CTV's Matt Young will be stopping by as well. We may have been promised a visit from the great Johnny Factoid. So until then, remember, karma is very, very, very real. Keep doing those good things, and I promise you they will happen to you, all right? Take care. We love you. Have a great, amazing rest of your Wednesday. We did it.